characters in this recital may resemble some of the people in the audience. This is by pure coincidence and has no bearing on their real characters or The creators hereby do not accept any responsibility for sensitive people getting upset.
This is a short story from the Ramayana to help you understand why we celebrate Diwali. Thousands of years ago, there was a beautiful city called Ayodhya. Ayodhya was ruled by King Dasarath and his 3 wives and 4 sons. Ram was his eldest son. He was kind-natured, honest, righteous, and very, very handsome. He was a good son to his parents, and King Dasarath and Queen Kaushalya loved him very much. One day, Queen Kaikeyi, who was the second queen, was very upset and demanded to speak to the king in private. "Oh, King Dasarath, I'm restless with worry. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't think about anything but this problem of mine."
What is the matter, my love? What can I do to help you feeling better?
"Oh, I'm sick with worry. I'm not sure you can help."
Come, Keke. Tell me. I will make your problems disappear.
Really? Well, actually, there is something you can do. Do you remember when you married me? You promised to grant me a wish, to give me anything I wanted. Do you remember?
Yes, Keke. I remember. It was a wish I granted you after you helped me win a battle long, long, long ago. Tell me your wish, and I shall grant you whatever you like.
Whatever I like?
Yes, whatever you like. I am a man of my word. Just tell me what you desire.
Well, if you insist. Listen, Dasarath, you are an old man and often ill. It's time to think about the future. I want my son Bharat to be the next crowned king, not Ram.
But Keke, do you realize what you are saying? As the king of Ayodhya, I have a responsibility to honor the rules of the land. Bharat cannot be crowned king while Ram is here.
Fine. My wish is that you banish Ram to the forest for 14 years, which will make Bharat the next heir to the throne. I demand you stick to your word and grant my wish. The king was in despair. What had he done? His beloved son Ram, who he adored and was the rightful heir to the throne. How could he do this to Ram? But he did give his word, so now he must honour Kaikeyi's wish. Ram was summoned to the palace hall.
Oh, my dear son Ram, it is with heavy heart that I summon you to be banished to the forest for 14 years. Please understand, my hands are tied in this situation, and I have no other choice but to do this.
I love and respect you, King Dasarath. I will not question your decision, and I will gladly go.
Well, I will go with you. Bharat and Kaushalya heard of the news and were deeply saddened. Not only was Ram loved by his parents and brothers, he was loved by the city of Ayodhya. The people of Ayodhya wept as Ram, Sita and Lakshman walked away from the city and towards the deep, dark forest. Ram, Sita and Lakshman knew they had to make the forest their home, so did all they could to make it so. Ram and Lakshman collected wood and made a modest hut for them to live in. Sita sought fruits from the trees for them all to eat, and over the years she even grew her own vegetable and herb garden. They tried hard not to disturb the natural forest and the animals that lived there. They lived happily side by side for many, many years. Time went by and they continued to lead a simple life. One day, as Ram bathed in the river, a beautiful woman watched him. She looked on at Ram and was mesmerized by him. She had never seen such a handsome fellow before. She decided to talk to him. Hey, handsome.
I'm sorry, beautiful woman. I'm already married to the beautiful, lovely Sita.
Ram didn't even look twice at her. She walked away sulking and felt rejected, embarrassed. As she walked away, she saw Lakshman chopping wood, so tried to talk to him too. Hey, who are you? You want to be my friend?
Who are you? Kadarini, go away from here.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'll show you who I am. Surpanka began attacking Lakshman. Lakshman, unlike Ram, was a hot-tempered man. He took out his sword and chopped off the tip of her nose and her ears with one quick swipe. Surpanka yelped loudly and ran off screaming that she was the sister of terrible Ravan and would seek revenge for this terrible act. She felt humiliated and vengeful. Lakshman told Ram of what had happened. They decided not to worry Sita, so didn't tell her. Weeks passed on with no sign of terrible Ravan or his horrible sister Surpanka. The three continued their life in the forest, and one day, on Ram's hunt for food, he heard a rustling in the trees. He stood still and listened again. There it was again.
Who's there? Come down from those trees and show yourself.
With that, a huge monkey jumped down from the trees and bowed down to Ram.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm not here to cause you any harm. I was just watching you.
Who are you and what do you want?
I am Hanuman, watchman of the monkey tribe. Our tribe is in disarray and need of your help. I have heard of your exile to the forest, and I have heard that the people of Ayodhya miss you terribly. I have heard that you are honest, brave, and righteous prince, so I have followed your journey in the forest. I have been watching you from the trees.
But why?
Because I want to learn from you.
You are most welcome to join us, Hanuman.
Hanuman stayed with Ram, Lakshman and Sita and helped wherever he could. One day, Sita was tending to her garden in the forest and saw a beautiful golden deer. She stood still and watched on as the deer walked along. Sita took a step forward and slowly started to walk towards the deer. Sita loved animals, but had never seen anything as beautiful as this big golden deer. Then, all of a sudden, the deer noticed Sita and started to run away. At that moment, Ram and Lakshman arrived. Sita quickly told them about the beautiful deer she had seen.
Come, Lakshman, let's find the deer.
Off they went. As soon as they left, there was a gush of wind, and Sita looked up and screamed. Ram, Ram, help! It was the terrible Ravan come to kidnap Sita. He put her in his carriage and flew her to the dark Lanka where Ravan and his people lived. Sita screamed and screamed, but Ram and Lakshman did not hear her. A few minutes later, Ram and Lakshman arrived back and straight away noticed that Sita was missing. Ram looked up, and in the distance he could see Ravan had taken Sita. He couldn't see clearly, but knew straight away what had happened. He had to get Sita back. Lakshman shouted in anger.
Hey, you fat, ugly, hairy monster! I'm going to get you!
Okay, right. It's just a few second interval now for the next one.
Ready?
Yeah. You've got to listen to the story because you're going to get tested, okay? Annika, move back,
Come
please.
back here. Over here, Nick.
Go too
Over here,
close.
please. Over here. Come sit over here. Next side.
I can't believe you guys have done this. It's so clever.
Yeah, ready? Yeah?
Yes, they made it. It's them. I know it's them.
Lanka was a dark and cold city. The people of Lanka were scary looking and evil. But Ravan was very careful to put Sita at the top of his tower in a beautiful garden, unlike the rest of his city.
Sita, you can stay here.
No, please, you horrible monster, just let me go.
I can't do that. I must take revenge for Ram and Lakshman, cutting off Surpanka's nose and ears. From now on, you are mine and will stay in here forever and ever and ever.
Oh dear. Sita cried and cried. She just wanted to go home.
Don't worry, Ram. The Bear tribe and the Monkey tribe will help you to get to Lanka and fight this Ravan's army. We will get Sita back home where she belongs. Just give me your short code and your PIN number and I will sort everything out.
They all got together and built a bridge over the sea to get to the city of Lanka. They got to Lanka and the armies began to fight. Whilst Ram was engaged in battle, Hanuman flew up high and found Sita hidden in the secret garden. He told her not to worry and to hold on tight. As he flew down with Sita, one of Ravan's monsters set Hanuman's tail on fire. Hanuman shouted in pain. He thrashed his tail around, and soon the whole of Lanka was in flames. Ram took this opportunity to fire more arrows at Ravan. One arrow hit Ravan right in the belly button. This was the arrow that finally took Ravan's life. With Ravan dead and Sita safe, Ram, Hanuman and their army went back over the bridge to the forest. Yes, it was finally over. Lanka had been destroyed. Good overcame evil. Everyone was relieved that Sita was safe and well. Their 14 years in exile was almost over. They started their journey back towards Ayodhya. From far away, they could see bright lights and divas. You see, the people of Ayodhya screamed with joy because for 14 years that Ram, Sita and Lakshman had been in exile, no one in Ayodhya had lit a candle, a diva, or celebrated any events. It was like Ayodhya had lived in total darkness for 14 years. But the return of their Prince Ram, Lakshman and Sita marked a new beginning. There were fireworks, divas, tasty sweets, all in their honour. Ayodhya was once again lit up with joy and laughter. This is why we celebrate Diwali and call it the Festival of Lights.